Hey guys, welcome back. So what I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to switch things up a little bit better, and I think this is going to be good for not just you, but also myself. And what I want to do is start recording my videos around 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that gives us about 1.5 hours trading the market open. And I've realized at that point is when I'm still waiting for pullbacks. I'm still waiting for kind of my second half of the morning trades to kind of come to fruition, if it's either entering for the first time or exiting them. And I've noticed that if I'm entering a trade around 11, those are oftentimes the ones that take 30, 45 minutes till I decide, okay, this is probably a good place to get out, or if it keeps on going down and then my stop loss gets executed. The reason I want to do this is because I've noticed I put a little bit too much attention on the fact that, is this trade going to get me a green day, or is this trade going to give me a red day? And sometimes I'll rush a trade because I'm like, oh, it's getting a little late. I still got to, do some video stuff. So, that's going to be 9, 10, 11, 12 o'clock day, which is pretty much often the case for me. So I'm thinking this will actually work really well. Not just will this put more focus on the 25,000 small cap gap and go challenge, but probably you guys don't really care if I have a red day or a green day. You are probably more trying to learn something from the trades themselves. Plus, this will allow me to publish the recaps a little bit earlier, which is always really nice for everyone. So in addition to putting the focus really on the first trade that I made, either late pre-market or right in the beginning of the market open, so the first kind of 30 minutes, I also want to be focusing on the trades, what should have I been focusing on, or what would have been a good trade. So I want to do a little bit more focus on that as well. In today's video, I didn't focus too much on that. So you'll notice I don't say, what if, this could have been a good trade as much. I'm going to give this style a good try for a week or so. So definitely by the end of the week, we'll see how it goes, see if I want to make some more adjustments to it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, like always. And let me know what some of your guys' favorite trades are. Do you like those aggressive morning breakout trades? Are you looking for more support line bounces or pullbacks? Definitely go ahead and leave a comment below. And like always, don't forget to hit that like button below. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. I would love to see you on the live stream. All right, guys, it's time for the charts. All right, guys, welcome to the first of its kind midday market recap. So I figured I'm going to try this out. I must say it's a little bit weird to do because, like I said in the intro, we got 2 more trades to make today, and both my limit orders are still out. I might try to buy some breakouts if we start moving higher. Right now I'm looking for more support line bounces, but the focus really of this challenge, this $25,000 small account challenge, is buying those breakouts, those gap and go moves, and we just really haven't had them in the last few days. Or we've had a few, but they'll go up 20% and then just dip down again, and it just really hasn't been the best situation for me. Last week was one of my harder weeks, but we didn't lose too much, so it was nice to kind of overcome that as well. Okay, I just had to kind of focus for a second because we just entered a trade, GGLY, and this is what I've been waiting for all day after the live stream. Kind of a nice pullback to some bigger support where the volume really spiked up, and then we're getting a nice little reversal right now. So very quickly, I guess we'll just start off with DG LY, even though this wasn't the first trade we made today. But you can see here, all day after the big spike up, and this thing was spiking up really nice. So we had a nice run here, 162%. And this is where I was kind of considering trading at first. We had a nice little pullback here, then we were breaking higher, and this is where our internet died in this area. And right around here before our internet died, I was thinking about maybe trying to buy this breakout at 1.9, but kind of missed that. And then I was thinking, in the long term, at this 1.4 area, we have tremendous support. So I would like to see a bigger pullback to this area. And, basically since the end of the live stream from 10, we hit 153 or 157 once, right down here. Yeah, 157. We pulled back again, hit this area several times. But it wasn't until, just recently where we finally broke the 1.5 area. And you can see kind of big buyers coming in this area. So this is kind of a classic support line bounce that I like doing. And these take some time for them to come to fruition. And I didn't want to, and I've noticed that in the past, like I was saying in the intro, I was kind of worried about, or I was thinking about, video editing. I was thinking about maybe rushing a trade so I can start video editing and all this stuff. And a lot of these support line bounces they're no longer part of the gap and go strategy. It's a whole different strategy. They take a little bit longer to come to fruition. So I could be in this trade possibly for an hour. I'm going to be watching it closely, but it really depends if this support area holds at 1.45, 1.47. If it doesn't, I'll be getting out of the trade slowly. But if it does, this could take a while to get back to VWAP, or maybe even break higher above VWAP, maybe hit $2 or something like that. I don't know. We'll have to play it as, the price kind of unfolds. But I was thinking a big reason of this kind of midday kind of video is just because I would like to focus more on the trade, not squeezing all my trades together, kind of forcing the entries, forcing the exits, just because I know, okay, it's getting late. It's, 8 o'clock where I am locally, maybe I should wrap things up a little bit, or something like that. And I just don't want to be in that kind of forced position. So around 10 o'clock now, Eastern Standard Time, or that's not true. At 11 o'clock now, about Eastern Standard Time, I want to start throwing these videos together. And who knows, I might not be done trading yet, but the important part that I want to be reviewing for this challenge will be already done. So we can always focus on that. And that's really where I want to put most of my energy. And then, if we score a support line bounce trade later on in the day, that's great as well. You guys can always check all of the trades I do on TradeJournal.co. Just go to TradeJournal.co, and on the top, you'll see a little drop down. Actually, it looks something like this. And then you just go here to the top, where you can select Google Sheets, and then you can check out the $25,000 stock challenge. This is my Google Sheet, and you guys can see everything that I put inside of that Google Sheet, including this trade right now in here. So, nothing is going to be, less transparent. It's just the fact that I'm trying to make a system that works a little bit more for myself and also for you guys, as I really want to be focusing on that first, 30 minutes of the market open. And I think I'll also probably be making these videos maybe a little bit more concise, but I don't really know about that. But I do know for a fact that it should help the focus of this video on the trade and not just, the overall red day, green day kind of mixed message, which sometimes is a lot less important. All right, so I'm going to move this screen over here, kind of watch this one a little bit longer. I'm going to remove the IBIO trade, and then let's go ahead and talk about that first one we did today, which also was IBIO. And this was quite a hectic little trade. You guys saw the entry live on this stream today. Really nice breakout this morning, about 82%. It doesn't really have any, specific news besides they have a collaboration on working on the coronavirus, which almost every small cap biotech company at the moment seems to be having their hands on. If anything, it was more macro news. I was really worried about the potential resistance here at 0.5, and that's kind of what put me a little bit on edge at first. But the big resistance, I would say, is a bit closer to 0.6, but we do have that 180-day moving average coming down here at 0.5. So I was just kind of aware that this thing has 28 million market cap and 59 million shares outstanding, in a dollar volume right now today of 27 million. So kind of on the lower end of dollar volume, but in terms of market cap and shares outstanding, really exactly what we're looking for. Except this is sub dollar, and oftentimes I don't really want to be trading sub dollar. Anyway, we had a nice red to green move here. We pulled back, and this is really where I should have probably got a little bit more aggressive. I was looking at this kind of 0.04 area as potential support, but I didn't go ahead and place a limit order there, and that really would have been the killer for this one, because we have long-term support. If you look down here on this chart at 0.4, you can see we pulled back to this area, bounced off of it. We had a open in this area as well. So it's kind of a significant area. So it's kind of unfortunate that I didn't go ahead and do that. And I think I'm going to be focusing on that a little bit more to capture these red to green moves, catching them near major support. I would like to start doing that a little bit more aggressively. What I was looking for this one, and I guess my entry was obviously way too early, but what I was really focusing on here was a pullback back to this breakout area. So we broke out at 0.48, and that's exactly where I entered. I actually loved my entry. It was really, really nice, but we just had a really weak bounce in this area, only 2%. And then we went ahead and pulled back even more. And this was a little upsetting because I usually love buying these pullbacks back to the major breakout zones. I was just a little bit too early on this one, and yeah, I don't know what to say. Maybe we would have got a nice bounce on this, like a 5% trade or something like that. But again, we missed this one. What was nice about it though is I saw a lot of resistance here at 0.47 like 8 or 0.48, I think it was. And we tried to break out from that area multiple times and it just did not work. And once we had about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attempts higher, I was like, you know what, I am out of this trade. I do not need to be in this. And that's exactly what happened yesterday as well. I got out of that trade when we didn't break past that ask, and around 5 tries. I got out a little bit later, this thing started pulling back, and that's what happened yesterday as well. So really cool that we were able to get out of this trade. We had a tiny loss, $10 loss. I think that's like a 1.5% loss or something like that, just because we're using really, really small position sizes right now. So that was really nice. I did miss this bounce in this area, unfortunately. Would have been nice, but it's tough. Trading these sub pennies, they move a little bit differently than usual. Sometimes you have some major spreads. I don't really regret this trade at all. I should have been maybe a little bit more cautious, knowing that this thing was kind of overextended in terms of, a move from the bottom to the top, basically nonstop, about 36%. So even, having a conservative entry down here at like 5% pullback isn't really that conservative. So I should have been way more conservative on this one. And now it looks like it's pulling back again. So we'll see if we snag this one later today. Again, guys, you will see if I snag any of these. You're going to see them on the trade journal and on the live stream. If you have any questions about my past trades, I could always review them shortly there as well. If you guys like this new setup, don't forget to leave a like. Just say yes or no, or maybe yes and a reason. I always like when there's a reason, but whatever's easy for you guys. It was good fun trading with you guys this morning. I apologize, the internet had some issues, but that's just how it is sometimes. Don't forget to leave a like, guys, if you found value in this content. And if you are new, consider subscribing. I would love to have you here. Till next time, guys, like always, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.